So I had to share that so you guys know that I'm live. Good evening, everyone. T-Speaker222 XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XLM and Future Digibyte OG. So it is 9:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast in the United States of America. I wanted to come to you guys and do a special update on XRP, live that is. So I call it the power hour, so it's 9:10. I'll be on until about 10:10. So get used to these more routine power hours. I know some of you are used to it, so you're getting more in depth. So basically what I try to do now, you know what, let's put a little bit of music on. I'm addicted to my background, this little background music in the beginning. But I'll just let it play through. Actually, I'll do this until you guys get sick of it and be like, hey, switch it to something else. But anyhow, so basically I come on for an hour, go through a quick rundown of XRP or whatever I decide to do on that day. And then I'll go through your comments, so you'll have to bear with me because I actually go through all the comments. If you're on the fence of joining Tom's Army, now would be a great time. Or if you ever wanted to donate to the community fund so that I can help pay it forward myself to other people in need, you are more than welcome to do that. It's not required, but it is definitely appreciated. But more so, always looking for new members of Tom's Army for $9.99 a month. Oh yes. So first of all, XRP, you know, I've been saying it all day. It continues to drag its balls across our chin. And the one thing I'll tell you is, to me, I drew this up like this, and if you're looking at this as an XRP holder, okay, from the long scale, if you bring it in the daily, this is what it looks like from a farther out time frame. These are some support resistance levels that are of value right now. Obviously, they're below the 113, but that's, you know, where we have to be. Actually, we're above it just a tiny bit, but we have to be above that 113 to have any kind of chance. But in the grand scheme of things, you know, after this is done, we're going to be coming down to the symmetrical triangle, but the point is not where we're going down to. The point is right now we have room left in the symmetrical triangle, and it's not finished. So whether you want it to go to $1 million or you want it to go to a penny, the part of the pattern that is where we have to deal with, and this is not finished. To me, it has to do at least what I'm showing, and this would break it just ever so slightly. I think it would meet, this is supposed to be out farther. I don't know what the hell's going on with this. Somehow I hit it when I was just doing that. And now it looks stupid as shit for everybody watching. I apologize. But, you know, you guys who watch me, you know, I like to be perfection. And it's, what a pain in the ass that part is now. There we go. Let me get this out of your way, so that you guys can see what the hell's going on. So this is just like a tiny uptrend that we're starting to form. And I wanted to bring it back like this, because then we're actually coming through, not just at the bottom of the wicks. And then right here, we had it coming through like this. But I had it in a tight channel, where we were kind of seeing like, hey, you know, there's very small trading here in this channel. And it was holding through it. But I think this is going to push up to $1.23. I think it looks better like, oh, now I know why I did that. I know why I put it like that. Because I wanted to see how it would look like this at this level. And that makes, it gives you a better depiction of that M-topping reversal, especially when you bring it into the daily, when you have that drawn out like that. So if it came up like that, I think that would be more reasonable. I still think we can finish a pattern to 141, and the reason is, even if you look in the weekly, look how high these wicks went. So I don't see why there's any reason why it couldn't do that. So, but this is the weekly too, so these are finished parts of the pattern. So, and if you look at this, and we're going to just do a comparison real quick. You look how that looks. Just study it for 2 seconds, and while you're studying that, hit that like button. Do me a favor and hit the like button. I would really appreciate you to hit the like button. I'm begging you. I'll get on my knees if I have to. My audience knows I will. I'll get on my knees and I'll beg and scream to Sally, for the love of God, I don't want my channel to get liquidated. There's so little people watching as it is, we got to get a few more. Okay, so my point is you see Bitcoin. Look at this pattern, guys. See it? Okay, you guys see that? See before it broke up? See when it broke up. Broke down, what the fuck? Okay, well, look at XRP. See that, guys? Yep. See this? Before it breaks up. My question is, where's that part? So to me, is this going to come all the way up and somehow, like, miraculously surprise us all and have a double tap way up there? Who the fuck knows, but I still think 141 is possible. I don't think it's going way up there. So, but I think we have to come up right here is the point. I don't know how we don't come up to $1.41. Unless we get, even if we get rejected here at the local top, I mean, something tells me we have to do something special we're going to have to do. That's why I am deeply inserted into Theta right now. Because I believe Theta, if we make this kind of run, we're looking at a pretty significant pull-up. And if XRP were to somehow get to $1.80, $1.90, well, that means Theta would somehow get to 16 or 14 and be in, or what is it? Almost 16, and that would be in discovery. That's like 300% almost from here. 260% compared to XRP's. Not that it's bad, but compared to, like, I don't know, fucking 45% maybe. No, 50% would be, yeah, no, it'd be about 60% actually. But I'm not saying it's gonna do that, but my point is look, if somehow we had a miraculous run up here and we got, what is that, 70%, yeah, people are like, fuck Tom, XRP's gone not even 2 fucking cents today, and you're telling me, I'm not telling you anything, I'm just saying in a unbelievable stroke of luck for us, if it did that, then you're looking at where I bought Theta. Oh, I can't do it from where I bought it. I bought it at 606, but we're doing it from current spots. What the hell is Theta at? Sorry, I don't pay attention when they're in these moments. I know it sounds stupid, but I don't. Yeah, I mean, it's not even close. And then if it somehow got there, you know, ooh, boy. But I'm looking at, like, if you come on and you're like, oh, Theta, it's going to go way up there. No, my first target, $6.54. It cleared my first target from when I bought it at 606 to use $6.25 as support. It's done it all day, so it's giving me plenty of leverage with where I bought it. But we're not here for Theta. We're here for XRP. So, and XLM, obviously. And DGB. My baby DGB, nobody likes my baby. Well, some of you guys like my baby. But guys, here's the main story. If you guys are just coming in, hit the like button, obviously. Turn that bell notification to all, so you can theoretically see me whenever I come on. But YouTube does a terrible job. But guys, all we need to know today is XRP has teabagged us the entire day. I feel like XRP's dragged its balls across our chin the entire day. I feel like it's not just slapping us in the face with its ding-dong. It's whacking us across the face with its schlong, and he's laughing. Oh, XRP's laughing today. And then all these people are going to sell it because now they're discouraged when it comes down to like that $1.12, $1.11, how it tries to, how it has these fake downs, how you just seen. So everybody who wasn't paying attention a little while ago, we had like, 14 hours ago maybe, we had this pull down. How many people do you think, after waiting all this time through this consolidation, probably just gave up? And we've had severe pull downs and pull ups. See, this is wrong. This is supposed to be like that. See, I told you it looked like shit when it went out and I moved it on accident. I couldn't see it because we were in too big of a time frame. I mean, I kind of like that just because it's hit all those points, but it's been the wick pull ups on both sides and the pull down. But that's the up channel I believe we're in on XRP. And I believe it's going to come meet this downtrending resistance at some point in the very near future. And then that's going to be the deciding part. Are we going to go to $1.23? Or are we going to go up to the next level at $1.41? If we could somehow clear $1.41, which I think these are the bigger cup and handles we're actually working on, is that $1.41. And that would likely cap in the upside. Excuse me. But that's only if we can get past $1.23, which is heavy resistance. There's also a heavy resistance in this area where you see that depending on how far it takes for us to get, if we extend it out here, that downtrending resistance of $1.18, that is a huge resistance area where we had to be below or above when we used to be bullish or bearish. So, and then $1.23 has been huge. From the past XRP chart, $1.30 is a huge resistance level. I don't have them on here because they're not, you know, these are levels of, hey, we're going to buy or sell. But if we trade between 123 and 141, everybody's happy. We even bought at $1.13 because you've got a little bit of breathing room. But we need to show caution at every level to see what happens. So we will continue, but I think XRP is still going to pump more, like I've been saying. So any money we can get in our pocket now is so huge for when we crash. I'm not talking a lot about crash because I want people to focus on the pump, and if they're in it, you know, you're not supposed to be worrying about a crash. That's the worst thing we can do. The only thing is you have to have that in the back of your mind because it's gonna be like the snap of a finger. But like I've been saying for the past month and a half now, since we're stuck in this, you got to take as much profit as possible, and then you take it day by day if you're a swing trader. If you're a long holder, brace yourself because Bitcoin's, you know, 61,472, and I guarantee every single person watching right now thought XRP would be at $1.90 right now. Last time XRP at 63,000 like it did earlier, or just shy of 63. Actually, it was not just shy because it made a second burst. Okay, it was still just shy. So last time XRP was at, or Bitcoin was at 69,952. XRP was in the $1.90s. Let's not kid ourselves here. So that big of a distortion, and we can go. And this is something I'll show more, but the Bitcoin dominance chart, the 4 hour looks fine, but guys, look how it looks in like the daily and the weekly. It was brutal. But I mean, we have to acknowledge this now, and it wasn't relevant until now, but now that it started to hold itself, the Bitcoin dominance that's dropped to almost 40, you know, it's trying to work its way back up to almost 50 now, 46, 48. That's a double bottom reversal. This is going to end up being a W reversal, and when you start to get, I'm going to show you something and teach you something, and then I'm going to look at the comments. When you start getting uptrending support like this, and it's subtle, but when you start getting that uptrending support, and then you start getting something that looks like it's winding up, and then it uses this as support, this is getting ready to just likely finish off an area like that. And when it does that, Bitcoin dominance ain't going to go to 100, but I'm going to tell you something. A lot of people think that's fucking ridiculous, that it could come back up there and complete this, or come close. I don't think it's thought up enough. Think about if 95% of coins get wiped out, what do you think that does for Bitcoin dominance? I mean, it's as simple as that. And this chart is something that needs to be studied more. I seen Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing did a nice piece on it. Go watch his channel. He's almost to 700 subscribers now. I think it's ridiculous old Vincenzo's still not partner, but he is kind of a little edgy, so if you think I'm edgy. But yeah, and this chart is so fucking big, it goes back so far. So, but yeah, that's the Bitcoin dominance chart, and I'm going to keep you guys up to date with this because it's becoming crucial, but I'm telling you guys, maybe that isn't even an uptrend. That could even be a downtrend, depending on which way you look at it. But man, that's rounding the bottom. I don't know, man. This is something to watch with the Bitcoin dominance chart, too. It really is. We got to pull it out so fucking far because it's so big. But that is definitely a bottom there. It's definitely found a bottom. Oh, that wick on the right side is farther down. So that is false advertising what I just put on there. That is not ascending. It'd be more like this. It found itself a stable bottom. But no, this is something to watch. If this pulls up, that's going to be very interesting. That could correlate with when they wipe out all these ICO offered coins. They've got to do something. We're coming into the time where it's going to have to wipe out some of these, but I'm also waiting for some of these to start actually pushing instead of being stuck, but most of these are stuck. So anyhow, I'm sorry. Let me go to these comments real quick. Hey, we got a few people here. I love it. Whoops. Yo, Lewis, welcome in. Star Wars, what should you invest in? Well, I mean, I am not a financial advisor, so I wouldn't take my advice. UB2 Sob, welcome in, my meme genius. Heck, I think XRP's got a pump. Sean Crothers, what's going on? My main man from Maine. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I almost dropped my phone on the floor. That would have sucked. Fernando, welcome in. We are trading within the lines. Lewis. Dee, welcome in. UB2 Sops. You got a dub in your Sean Campbell, welcome in. NATO Bell, man. NATO, I think at this moment in time, I would honestly maybe look at. Man, I don't ever want to tell somebody what to do, but I mean, it really feels like XRP's got to come up here. It really does. I mean, it really does. And I would not saying that I wouldn't want to be in a short, but I wouldn't want to be in a short right now. Look at these severe wick pull downs in the daily and how far back up they pulled. They're essentially hugging the top of this upward channel. You take it out in the daily, but I mean, no profit is bad profit. Just remember that. And in this case, you got to look at the variables. Bitcoin hit 62,959. Eventually, the money's going to flow into these altcoins. And I think XRP's going to at minimum hit $1.23. So if you ask me, should you get out of a short position where you just capitalize from $1.23 to $1.14? I would probably say yes. Yes, I would. Would I feel bad if I was you for not capitalizing it down to $1.10? No motherfucking way I would. Because the $1.23 to $1.14 is brilliant. And then if you play it both ways and you have some kind of way to play the long position with the short, and you can hold on to the short long enough and just add money. The problem is what if XRP just somehow has a wick up to like $1.60, which is improbable, but what if it does? Or $1.40, then it's 17 cents over where you are. And that's pushing like 11 or 12%. So that makes it it's a lot more difficult than just, hey, should I sell it? But I think you can see what's going on here. But I mean, could Bitcoin dump now and everything follow because they apparently still can't stand on their own 2 feet? Absolutely. But I mean, does it look like it's not gonna, something's gotta give? I mean, but with XRP, the fact that it stood this level so long, and the fact that it's starting to try, and I can show you an even bigger example of this uptrend. It didn't just start here. We could go all the way back to like that. You know, and we could have a technical uptrend that you could almost say looks all the way like that from the way back. And then if you wanted to do it realistically, and you can see where it falls back in. I mean, you bought it at a great time when it made that fake spike to $1.23, but we have to believe that it's going to at least double top that local top. Especially with what Bitcoin did, it reeks that it might only, it'll come up like that at least. Especially when you look at Bitcoin's pattern. You see how this happened. And this is in the daily, obviously, but it did the same thing. It was coming around on this part of the M and it just shot up. So, Bitcoin's doing it at the all-time high levels. XRP never got that high when it re-ran back up. You have to base it on the areas where this M is built. So with XRP, you've got this M built on this new local area mind you. But you can see this. Does that mean XRP is gonna, which means it would likely bounce off this support and come up? I mean, that's what it looks like to me, and then you'd at least have that. And then if it looks like that, wouldn't it at least be more fitting, like the Bitcoin, how it pulled up and finished how the other side looked on the bigger scale? I'm looking for some kind of confluency. You guys can say yes, or I'm a fucking moron in chat if you want. I really don't give two shits, because I would like to hear your opinion. But I went live for a reason, because I really feel like something's about to give here. And earlier I said I would probably go with XLM over XRP, and it's not because I don't like XRP. It's just XLM is proving that it can get past this level. And I think XLM, all things being equal, if this move just goes up to 41 cents, whoops, it's not at 36.6 now. You know, from here we still got 15 point, we're going to say 16%, because it did go up a little bit while we've been on. And then XRP, you know, even if it comes up to the local top of $1.23, you got 6.9%. And then you'd have to come way up here for that 23%. XLM, we're talking, you know, that's to finish off what it's already started practically. Unless XLM, you get that weak 6% by XRP, and then this gets rejected right here, and then you only get like 2.84. But I don't know if that's what's about to happen. It could. It could get rejected there. I could see it doing this, getting rejected, coming back and hitting this uptrending line again, and then making its bounce up. That could be a possibility. Absolutely, that could be a possibility, because then you get that fake M, it'd have one more test of support, and then it'd bounce to the top side. But eventually, you know, I think we're going to have a pump here eventually. I really do. Call me the bear or whatever you want to call me, but I've been calling for this for a few days, because it looks like it. I mean, I can smell it. You know, I can feel it. We've got a few that are somewhat up, a few that are somewhat red. Everything's sticking in its support. Theta sticking at that 625 support like glue. But like with Theta, if you look at this, I don't think it's going to go, I'm not looking at it that high. But if you're looking at Theta and you're in it, I think it has to, I don't know if it's going to go up that high either, but I think it has to come up to a head somewhere up here. That $7.01 is awfully intriguing where that cup looks like it's at. So let me go back to the comments. I'm sorry, I like to talk. So, wow, there's 77 people in here. Been in a short with XRP since the $1.23. Yeah, so I hope that answered your question, NATO. I might have confused the shit out of you, but it's a hard question. John, welcome in. You're welcome. I'm so glad I could go live and you are here, my brother. Courtney, welcome in. To the moon indeed. Scrooge, what's going on, my guy? Hope you're doing well. Steven. Speaking of Stephen Boyd, I'm glad you're in here. Steven, if you guys know my intro. Not the Sunny Days, but the intro I played just now when I was starting this live. He's the one who created that. No shit. He approached me, and he surprised the shit out of me. And I couldn't believe it. So if you guys ever want to say thank you to the one who made that, that's a Mr. Stephen Boyd. So XRP and Perfect Prediction are harder than the Da Vinci Code 2 hard on. Yeah, I know I am Stephen, but I try to make it, I try to be as accurate as possible, but nobody's 100%. But the one thing I do try to do is be transparent and put it out there in front of you, and then I can tell you what I think, but you can see the chart in front of you, and, that's what I try to do with no FUD, and you get in and out in 5 minutes or less, usually, unless I have 15 minutes that I like to talk, or if I'm live. So, and then, let's see. Welcome in, Mary. How are you, love? Let's see. 33 beats. I will go to HBAR, real talk. Let me go to it real quick. So will we go back down under 110? Pan, thank you for the love from Malaysia. What a beautiful country. Busty YouTube, what do you mean? Are we going to go back down below 110 before we pump, or after the pump? At this point, I think it would be tough for XRP to come down under 110, but to get to the trend line, you know, the problem is right now, if you're trying to wait for an under 110 to buy again, like if you're trying to wait for like 108 or 106, get this out of the way. The problem, okay, so the problem is, if you're waiting for all that, our trend line now, let me get out of the fucking, back into the daily. Our trend line though, even if we came way down here now on the trend line, we're barely coming down to 110 with the area we're in. So I don't think we're coming down below 110 before this pump. Is it possible? Yeah, it's possible. And is it possible this pump doesn't happen? Well, we'll know because it'll fall out of the up channel. Even though we're in a downtrend on that resistance, we're technically in a symmetrical triangle like I've been pointing out. So there's room. We have room to grow. If XRP, we might have to get it to Viagra because XRP is a stubborn bitch. Or it's just flaccid and we don't know. And there's nothing there. So, and then HBAR. The hell are you at, HBAR? HBAR to me is compelling. You got this W reversal right on the trend line on the symmetrical triangle. Now, HBAR is one that you're either going to do the sideways and then you're going to come up. Well, fuck, not like that. Sorry. You might come up and then you might ride this downtrending resistance and then you're going to push the local top, I think. If this is what's playing out. Or it's going to come down here. And that would be, and I know it would suck. I know it would suck. But if you're looking for like to break this and go to even higher, what you want it to do is have this bullish pull down. If you got a bullish pull down here, I would probably get out of my position with Theta. If it pulled down to 30, well, obviously I would, because Theta would probably have a huge bullish pull down as well. But this is lining up for something huge for HBAR. I'm not talking top of the circle huge. I'm saying if it could do this right, you might get some layers, and then you could compete for that top. And since this was in discovery, who the hell knows? But I think HBAR is in a great spot. You just have to, here, let me break it down in a smaller time frame. You just have to be aware that this is your overwhelming support down there. I mean, when I say overwhelming, I mean astronomical. And where the hell is all my other stuff like my bond? Hold on, let me get this stuff back on. And since I'm live, I guess I can put the EMA lines on so you guys can see where they're at, but I hate them. Because you can, no, I'm not. Because you can, to me, and say whatever you want, I can make the EMA lines do whatever I say. So I could predict something and just either switch it from the 5 minute or the 1 minute. I'll be like, oh, see? The EMA lines are speaking to what I'm saying. Here's that damn pull down. This is exactly what I was talking about. Too bad Theta got caught up in it, you bitch. But this is exactly what happened before, too. That's why we're going to get these moments before, and it's going to be like, are we going to hold? Do you sell? That's why you have to have a plan. And we don't know if this is all part of it. If Bitcoin dumps, if the altcoins just dump right away with it. That's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid Bitcoin's got a sadistic plan. Like, it just went up here, and then it's going to dump on a retrace, and then we're going to have a retrace. It doesn't seem fair. And then you go across the board, and you start to look, and I'm like, is there anything that's pulling away? Just give me one thing that's having a huge runaway, just so. But the most I can come up with is MFT. Now it's only 4%, but it had started out with a nice boost at the flip of the clock. But it's something to watch, though, because we haven't got any kind of reaction, and that's what scares the shit out of me. But I think the money has to, I mean, these have to flow eventually. It's nice to see XLM starting to do something. It's starting to push away a tiny bit. Oh shit, let me go back to the comments. Well, first, I know I'm jumping around because I know I've only got so much time and I'm going to be running out of time already soon, it feels like. So, with HBAR, oh, awesome. I want to get it more immediate for you. So, I mean, there's always the chance here that it's going to... Well, I mean, I guess a lot of it has to do with Bitcoin, too. As you see, Bitcoin goes down a few points, everything wants to dump. So, if we break this down into the smaller time frame... We're just trying to see where we can establish some kind of possible trend to the upside, which it looks like we've started. I mean, I don't think we can disagree, but if it were to fall outside of this, then you would know you'd have a heavy, not a heavy retrace, but a retrace back to the bottom of the trend. That's why these are important. And this isn't 100%. Close enough. So, now you're looking for the bounces on the uptrend. So, Hedera is basically speaking to us that it's at the bottom of this trend line. And it moved back to the top of the trend line. You know, you're talking just to the top of the trend line. Could be like 10 to 11%. I mean, that looks pretty healthy. And then, you know, XRP, keep looking at it. To me, XRP is just screaming that it's ready to pop with XLM. But what I caution, you know, is we could come back down here and do this before we went up. We could also drag out and then do something like that. We could do a shaky and then, you know, have something like that. But we've already created this whole pattern, so I would think we might straddle this and then make a big bounce. Maybe something like that. But XRP's being stubborn, and I'm getting tired of getting teabagged by XRP. I really am. I'm getting tired of being... I don't know. Well, yeah. After it goes up, that's why I said it was going up. But at the top, I've been saying this for a few months. Once it gets to the top, I just didn't know how. I didn't think it was going to go this high. If I said that, I'd be a fucking hypocrite. I thought from the beginning once it got, I know that once we get to the top, the problem is you don't know how high the top's going to go. But it's going to definitely go down. Do I trade BNB? I do not trade BNB. But I do know of BNB. Best of YouTube, so it's going to... Yes, best of YouTube, it will crash. But there's no reason to not get in on these pumps, even if you think it's going to crash or know it's going to crash. If you know that it's going to crash, you just have to have a heavy eye on the fact that you have to have a quick stop loss just in case. Big Mistake 77, $19.99. Holy shit. Why, thank you so much, Big Mistake 70. I didn't even know anybody sent a donation. A blessing to me? That's too kind. I'm almost shocked. I'm so surprised when I see this, someone send something like that's your hard-earned money. I really appreciate that. More than you know. Mary. Feeling 123 or 130, yes. Not feeling making the 140 before the drop. Limp XRP, laugh out. I'm telling you, we might need to go full board, man, and bring it some Viagra and Cialis, because it's definitely limp. People can only speculate what XRP will do, but there's no telling what it will actually do. Yep. I mean, you can speculate, but you can also try to put yourself in a spot where you're looking at it from the technicals and you're like, okay, this is a better spot to not to pump, or this is a better spot to not to retrace or drop or whatever. Don't make it sound like you're not able to switch the outcome, Tom. To say that, I wouldn't be standing here. Stephen Boyd. Hit at 106, hoping to get out at 123. Then I'm on the sideline until flash drop. Feel like we're on the edge of the cliff. So do I, Steven. I mean, I really do. It's unbelievable. Jordan, how you doing, my brother? I mean, hopefully, yes, and like Jordan, like I said in one of my updates, and you're echoing that sentiment that I was trying to make, and probably doing it better than me. XRP, absolutely. Sometimes it's the very last one to move. When we pump. UB2 Sob, my meme genius. What's going on? Sent new get off the fence meme to email and Twitter. Ooh. I can't help that. I laughed way too hard when I just wanted to see if I missed any. Okay. Dude, see? Just another result. For best results, never pull out before it's done brewing. The XRP tea bag from down under. We slime it up, but we never profit it up. So let's see. Where was it? Okay. I'm gonna look through my email too. When did this start? 36 minutes ago. Yeah, best of YouTube. I mean, that would be the safest thing, but don't, you know, like right now, obviously, it's very risky because it's always risky, though. But yeah, there's definitely going to be better spots at the bottom of these symmetrical triangles. Some of these are going to have fake breakouts to the top side, but you see they quickly get pulled back. Mavs, you didn't miss anything. Who traded first, Vincenzo or the Tom? Who traded what first? XRP? Or traded in general? Traded in general would probably be my brother, Vincenzo. Seeing that old Uncle Tom, you know, I broke my back years and years ago, so it took me a while to get my footing right. So to say, no pun intended. Michael, what's going on? Uncle Philly, holy moly, what the hell? One of the originals, Uncle Philly. My man, I'm so glad to see you're still in the loop. How are you, OG? Oh, the OG of the OG of the OGs. Mason Evans, any advice on FTM? I can take a look. XRPV channel, they're both good investments. In the grand scheme of things, great investments. Chapo, what's going on? NTS Carlos. If you would do this analysis with all those fancy cameras and biased commentary, you would be top one crypto. Oh, I know. I know I would, Carlos. I know. No, you guys didn't miss much. Sorry, I'm trying to go through this. Kennedy, welcome in. Rich, welcome. Yes, I know. When Bob's your uncle, trust you good though. Thanks, Michael. Wow, thank you, Michael. I think the only thing that will eliminate 95% of crypto is clarity of XRP expectations. By next year, if you would have said by Christmas of 2023, I might have been able to say yes. But I'm telling you, next year is gonna be it's gonna be a lot different. Jordan Englishfield, Tom's motherfucking army, Jordan. That's right. D-man, I would add short if it pops using Nexo for credit. Right on, D-man. Resurface IOTA, please. Okay, so Jesus Christ, holy smokes. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I'm reading all your stuff the best I can. XRP 10,000 tomorrow. Oh, yeah. 10,000 tomorrow. So, alright, guys, because I'm running short on time. As you know, I've got my 3 kids, yada, 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 and dealing with Julie with her injury. So, and by the way, for anybody who's in the audience who hasn't heard, her surgery got moved up to December. So, she's getting her 5th surgery a little bit earlier than we expected. We were expecting it in February of next year. So now we're expecting it in December, sometime between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And that's when she gets her fusion on her ankle, since it is dying on her from the car accident, which she's had 4 surgeries on. And they're going to take part of the back of her ankle bone and fuse it into it, and then take a little bit of cadaver bone, and then do some other things, and then she can't stand on her foot for 10 weeks again. So that's gonna be fun. I mean, we're at the bottom of we're at the bottom of this uptrend we created in the middle of the symmetrical triangle. And the reason we did that is because it really looked like it was keeping some support in the daily. So I created this uptrending line. Not saying it's going to hold, but this is something we could have expected to kind of play out here a little bit. And I don't even like how I put that. I think it looks, I don't know why it was like that. I think we need to do it more like this. So, but we're at the bottom of the support now. So, that's great. But if we do fall off, the symmetrical support is way at the bottom on the resistance, at the support structure. But to get down there, we've got to get through so many different layers. It's not just we're just going to fall down. There's a lot of stuff that would need to happen just to fall right back down to the bottom of the symmetrical triangle. So I think right now, if you're looking to buy, this would be the spot, only because if it holds this uptrend, you're talking about your next chance to buy this if it just rides this. So you would have about a 19% gain. Then you'd have to wait for it to retrace back down 14% from the top. But then you're talking about it's probably 6% more expensive to buy it, even if it retraces this time. Because every time it retraces on the channel, it's going to cost you more and more. So if you're looking to take, you know, a potential shot here, this would be the time. I mean, you could theoretically wait until it came back down to 127. Be like, Tom, well, what the hell is the difference? Well, that's 2%, and sometimes that 2% drop will get somebody out. God forbid it falls down 1.6% when you like to be in control. So that's where the risk reward comes in. Maybe 50% and see if it can bottom out and maybe hit that line again. Or this can be the first start of its uptrend back to the top. You know, you might be starting something like this, but you can start to pull down and pull back up. But we're at the bottom of support is my point, and you're 2% from the bottom of the actual support line, in my opinion, on this channel. So it's looking good. If it can hold this, it's looking great. Just like a lot of these, if it can hold these support areas, they're all looking good. It's just if they don't hold the support area, and I was too harsh on Theta. I thought it could do my rigorous test, but it can't. But you see that, though? With Theta, for anybody who's paying attention, it's starting to switch what I thought the uptrend was going to be, and it's starting to go in an opposite direction, so it's going to take longer. Watch this. You see how I had it? Look at all the brush strokes, because I'm an idiot. One sec. But you guys seen how I thought it was going to go a little bit. I thought it was going to go a little bit faster, maybe. But now what it's starting to show us is it's starting to take a slightly, I wouldn't say a different picture, but it's starting to change slightly the direction of the uptrend. Hold on, let me make sure. Crap. Hold on. No, I guess it's not that much. I think it's pretty much the same. I think it's... Because I definitely had it farther... I don't think I had it lined up good. I had it lined up good if it was just going to go from the second and third point up. I think that would make... I think that's better. So it could still come down a little bit, actually. It's hard right here, though. We're trying to predict an uptrend that technically hasn't really started. That's why I think something like this looks good. It's just... I guess I'd feel better about that. Unless you pulled it in and you said it was tighter, but I don't know. That's just kind of fitting the agenda. I think that looks pretty damn good. So, I mean, you're looking at, hey, when do you buy in at Theta? Well, you're at $6.20 right now. It's only 1.13% of the line. So $6.13 is that line. Everybody's asking me, well, when did you buy in? I bought in when it was down at this line and the uptrending support last time. At $6.06, hoping that it would bounce, and it did. And then it's retraced again from the top of the channel. It bounced from the bottom to the top. Now we're looking for the same thing, except this is the bounce that would be into my, hey, you might be able to cash out if it was in your area. But the other area was, we got to get to there to make it to where I need it to go, to the 654 support line. I need that to be support to be able to ultimately push to the 701. We're so close. But yet, so far. So I got about 10 minutes left, guys. If anybody wants to join Tom's Army, $9.99 a month, make me feel special, Or even if you don't want to, hit that subscribe button to my channel. That makes me feel special too. Hell, even hit the like button or share my content. That also makes me feel special. Or if you want to send a donation so I can see it live and you, you know, that's using the community fund, by all means, do your dirt, you know, do your worst. But, so XRP, I mean, well, that's Bitcoin. I guess we should look at Bitcoin. I mean, to me, it's looking pretty good. To at least come back up here before it has to decide anything. I don't think it's going to stop without coming back up to 63,000 again. Even if it were to fall off the map, I think it would still have to do itself justice and come back up and tap where it hit the high point. But I mean, that's formed somewhat of a little pennant. But it's there's a lot of trading going on in that area. A lot. So we're going to have to wait and see the results, but we could very well dump off of that. Come back down to support at 59,684, or the more logical spot where it's already reestablished a new drop. See if it can hold that area. But the thing that sucks about that is just 60,777. That's 700 points from here. And with the way these altcoins are reacting, if Bitcoin drops 1-2%, I have a feeling that these are trying to retrace before they have any kind of drop. But we have some support in these areas. That's the good thing. We're having some support. It just feels like a kick in the old grotesques that Bitcoin is at 61,300 and I'm standing at $1.13 XRP and 37 cent XLM and 5 cent DGB. It makes me like, what the fuck? Like, holy shit. Especially XRP and XLM, like $1.13 and 37 cents. Last time Bitcoin was at these levels, these were at $1.90 and like 65, 70 cents. Something not correlating here. So it's just showing you we're getting ready for that flip, ladies and gentlemen. It's just that simple. Derek, what's going on? CryptoFX, how are you? Oh, CryptoFX, you're so welcome. Sam Ross, welcome in. So, since you're in the audience real quick. So Doge is Doge. Doge looks like, again, like I've been saying with all of them, we could come back down and test the uptrend. You know, that really does look like it wants to, but we're waiting for that push. Our next push, you know, we broke over this first level, which is great. So, that 23.92, but I'm surprised, you know, how quickly these are just, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised by anything anymore, actually. But yeah, as long as we're riding this uptrending with those, we're fine. We're in a much larger symmetrical triangle, which I have it at 2 levels because Doge has never actually fulfilled the bigger symmetrical triangle. Like, I had to put it on because a lot of YouTube was using that particular symmetrical triangle. I'm waiting for it to bust out of my symmetrical triangle so we can make a bigger run. I don't necessarily think we're going down to 15 cents before we have this, you know, somewhat of a pop-off here. At least something. It's got to give us something, ladies and gentlemen. Where Bitcoin's at, it has to give us something, and that's where I'm pointing to. I think it's going to give us... Hold on. Let me get some of these guys out of here. It's going to have to give us something. There's no way Bitcoin is going to crash right now in the altcoins. Unless this is the grand plan that they're not going to let the altcoins pump at all. And then they're going to crash Bitcoin, and then these are just going to be unbelievably low prices. But to me, it doesn't seem logical that none of these are going to pump. It's a cool-off period. Bitcoin just had a pump. The money's got to redistribute. Kind of looks like that's what's going on. But nothing's really moving right now. Holy shit, it's already 10 o'clock. So yeah, guys, I've got to get going shortly. Let me go in the... Oh, wait a minute. I showed Doge. What am I doing? What a douche I am. What about Shiba? And, hold on. I don't know if I have FTM on here. I know what FTM is, but I don't know if I have it on here at the moment. Hell, guys, if you want priority, send me a donation. Because I have got to go, and I don't want a donation, or I don't think it's necessary, but, you know, in the grand scheme of things, I put it to a good cause, so hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about. So, I want to do Shiba. And this is in the daily. So when it was coming around, I thought it had to come down, and if it could, like we were saying, it came down, but we're thinking it's got to hit this uptrending support, which it did. So now the question is it ready to finally break out? It's got this double tap. It's trying to hit this uptrending again and again and again over 3 different 4-hour periods. Actually, 4 different. So, but to me, these usually do something like that, and then they'll contend for their local double top before they start pulling down, especially when they start winding up like that. This is the perfect example of the wind up and touching the uptrending support after a wind up. Like, that's such an ultra bullish sign. I don't even know. I couldn't scream loud enough how ultra bullish that is. Just for some kind of pull up from here. I'm not even saying you have to go for 100%, but to have some kind of profit out of this level of great value, which is more than 20%, is almost what you would expect out of a bounce like this. The only question is it going to come right back to the bottom of the circle? But like, here's 20% just to get up here. To move to the top of here, just the channel, it's 35%. But to get to the top, you're looking at like 40% to hit this double top again. And that's what I had called for when it first retraced, that it was going to hit that double top. I still believe it is, with how much movement it made. What the hell is this? Sam Lima requested. Oh, he hit request. So yeah, that's what Chiba. So, what's up, my friend? Can you talk a little bit about the class you teach? And if I want to start now, how can I? Okay. So, Enmar. Yes, the class. You don't. Okay, so it's been going on for like 45 or 46 classes now. But for anybody who ends up coming in new, if I get a group of people that do come in new, I teach you how to set up everything. But the classes, it's not going to matter if you started week 1 or now. The way I do it, I can flow it into the new students. I've done it over the past 45 weeks. Or 45 classes, which is like 24, 25 weeks. But you don't have to be live there, and you can very easily get used to the flow of it. But for new students, I don't require you, but I would encourage you to be live, because you don't have to be live for my class. I've got people from like 7 or 8 different countries right now. And the only thing you need to do is 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is if you want to be there live. If not, you know, you can watch it after, and it's available for 14 days immediately following. So, but if you want to know more, follow my, send me an email. Welcome in, Anna. Apologies up front if I missed one of your updates, but do you have any thoughts on Songbird? I do, but guys, I'm running out of time here. I just wanted to go through and say bye to everybody. I do appreciate everybody being in here. Michael, XRP, Uncle Philly. We're doing good. Just we're staring down the barrel of a surgery for Julie. Big mistake. Welcome in, NTS Carlos. Thanks for the support. Make sure to hit that like button, everybody. I'd really appreciate it. Well, you know, that's Vincenzo's opinion. He could very well be right. A good 50% or more, Frankie. And Gregory, welcome in. Josh, thank you everybody who tuned in. I really greatly appreciate it for every single one of you. Have a great night, everybody. Carrie, Lewis, Gregory, Josh, Matthew, Junior, Jordan, Michael Rosano. Thank you so much. Not like this one, but check out ICP. I think it's long overdue for a pump and looks like a reversal on 4-hour daily. I will take a look at that. I just have to go. Let's make sure I didn't miss anybody. Whoops. I don't see anything on here. Just gonna make sure I didn't miss anybody's comments on here. I think I hit everybody though. Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody, for being in here. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Let's see. Wow, 68 likes. That's impressive. So I'm gonna leave you guys on sunny days, and then I will talk to you guys later on another edition of the Power Hour. I really appreciate the $19.99 donation. I really do. I got to one of your hearts. Hard-earned money. Seriously, thank you all, each and every one of you. Sunny days. Sunny days. Here again. Sunny days. Here again. Sunny days. Here again. Sunny days. Here again. I wear glasses 'cause I'm so cool. I can predict the charts. Sunny days, here again. Sunny days, here again. Sunny days, here again. Sunny days. Join Tom's Army for $9.99 a month.